Mike here, baseball collector, and it's Sunday morning, and the World Series has been set. We've got two storied franchises playing for the title. You've got the Boston Red Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Sorry to all the fans of either the Astros or the Brewers, especially Scotty Tradition. I know Scott was intensely hoping that the Brewers would make it to the World Series, but it was not to be. The Dodgers are just too tough, although the Brewers made it a great series, and so now we're set. And I like every year to talk about the World Series because it's one of my favorite times. If you're a baseball fan, this is as good as it gets, really. You've got two, again, amazing franchises battling it out for the title. I like to show things and cards because it's kind of fun. So you've got the Red Sox on one hand, the American League champions, won the most games in their history in a season this year. They are stacked. I mean stacked. At the top of the rotation, they've got Chris Sale. I have an autograph of Chris Sale somewhere. It's over in my closet, and I don't know where it is. I have a rookie card Allen and Ginter autograph somewhere in my collection, but they've also got David Price pitching for him, who's a great. I think he's going to do fine in the World Series. Looking forward to seeing if he can get out of the postseason schneid that he is known for. They've got former Cy Young winner Rick Porcello. There's a Rick Porcello autograph. I don't have a whole lot of cards of their lineup, but they're just stacked with Mookie Betts, leading MVP candidate, JD Martinez, another MVP candidate, Benintendi. Good grief, JBJ has been going nuts in the playoffs, and so they are just really, really stacked. I've got, they have a couple former Rangers. They got Mitch Moreland playing some first with Brock Holt, and then they've got Ian Kinsler playing second. This is Kinsler's third World Series. He played in 2010 and 2011 with my Rangers, which we lost, both of those World Series. Thanks. So this will be his third World Series. But the Red Sox are just crazy, scary in terms of what they can throw out there in a lineup every night. But you got the Dodgers, who are pretty good themselves. They have former MVP Matt Kemp. They've got Cody Bellinger, journeyman, or not journeyman, but old man Chase Utley playing some second base, and Justin Turner, Max Muncy. I mean, they've just got a lot of talent. Yasiel Puig. So they're really stacked. But the thing that I think gives the Dodgers some hope is this guy right here, Clayton Kershaw. And man, oh man, he is he's awesome. I think he's one of the best pitchers. By the time his career is over, we'll consider him one of the best pitchers we've seen during our lifetime. And I'm excited to see what he can do against that stacked Dodgers lineup. If you were to ask me, I think the Red Sox are going to win in 6. I just think they are too powerful to lose this year, but we'll see. That's why they play the games. If it was based on paper, they wouldn't even bother. But this will be a really fun series, and it's ironic because I was looking at the World Series. I'm thinking, golly, Boston has been around since 1901. The Dodgers franchise has been around since the late 1800s. Surely these two teams have played in the World Series before, and so I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a history lesson on that. And I went back and I looked, and if you need to know anything about baseball, statistics or history or anything, there's a website called baseballreference.com. I'll put the link right here on the screen. But baseballreference.com is an amazing resource for anyone that loves baseball. When I was a kid, I used to read the baseball encyclopedia just for fun, but now I don't have to. I have Baseball Reference. I can just go there and look up anything I want about baseball. And believe it or not, as long as these two franchises have been around, they have only played in the World Series one time. And it was 102 years ago. In 1916, the Boston Red Sox beat the Brooklyn Robins, that's what their name was back then, in 5 games, 4 games to 1. The the Robins were led by Hall of Fame manager Wilbert Robinson, and their star player was an outfielder named Zach Wheat, who is a Hall of Famer. And they also, ironically, his brother played. It was a backup catcher named Mac Wheat. So Zach Wheat and Mac Wheat both played for the Dodgers. They were the best team in the National League by far. They won like 94 games or something, and they were really good. But they couldn't deal with the Red Sox, who in 1916, if you remember, they had a young up-and-coming pitcher who was 21 years old at the time, and his name was Babe Ruth. And he pitched like 323 innings that year. He won over 20 games. He had a 1.75 ERA that season and was just unbelievable. He hit 3 of his 714 home runs that year too. So when he got to hit as a pitcher, they also had Harry Hooper, and Herb Pennock was on that team, another Hall of Famer. So the Red Sox were pretty stacked, and they won that World Series. So that's a little history lesson for you. This will be only the second time that these two franchises have met in the World Series, even though they've both been around well over 100 years. So it'll be a great, great World Series, and I hope you learned a little bit from this, and looking forward to the World Series. Let me know below who you think is going to win the World Series, and hope everybody has a great Sunday, and keep collecting.